Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to be showing how to host a standalone Express API on Vercel. Before I show you how it's done, let me show you what the API I built does. So this is a simple API. This is the entry file that holds the API, and it's currently listening at port 5000. So let's see what the API does. So in the web browser, this is the API running. So once you click on about page, it takes you to home page, and then once you click on home page, it takes you back to the about page, which is the root URL. So that's all. So take note of this Nodejs. So this is an environmental variable. So as you can see, it's not written here. Process.env.channel. So in env here, channel Nodejs. So that is what is written here as variable over here. So if you see hello, this is hello, this is then the environmental variable. I did this for a reason, because I'm going to try to demonstrate something to you along this tutorial. So let's carry on. Now I've shown you how my API works. I'm going to show you how to host your standalone Express API on Vercel. So now to do that, I'm going to show you this README. So these are the things you have to ensure are done to ensure successful hosting. For successful hosting, ensure the following: you have a folder named API containing a file named index.js, in which your entry file, commonly named app.js or Vercel, is imported and then exported. So now I have the folder named API. So as you can see, this is the folder. So and also I have a file named index.js inside the folder. So if I click on this folder, it shows me the file, and then they say in which your entry file named app.js or server.js is imported. So let's check it out. So this is my entry file app.js, which is this. So it's now then imported into this file and then exported using module.exports. So that's what happens here. So I guess I happen to pass this first step successfully. Then also they say that your Vercel configuration file is in order to support the required request routing. So I've got to ensure that my Vercel configuration file is in order to support the required request routing. So my Vercel configuration file is actually this vercel.json. So this is my configuration to support the required request routing. So all you have to do here is write this option here, rewrite, and then this array containing your routing specification. So now I'm saying that the source, so whatever the source is, now this is actually a regex configuration. So what this regex configuration here means is that for whatever URL, so now the source happens to be the URL for whatever URL. So of course all URLs are going to have to start with /. I mean the URLs after the domain name. So that's to say, after I've done local hosts and all that stuff, 5000. So for whatever URL, pardon me, localhost. So for whatever URL that starts with the /. So whether we have home.html or we have about.html. So what I'm saying is that this regex expression says that it's going to match this, you understand? So it's going to start by matching this, and then this dots and this asterisk matches anything at all that comes after the /. So anything that comes after the /, except a new line character, that is, except the character that is gotten when you press enter. It matches everything, a bit alphabet, numbers, dot, white space, except inline character. So that's to say that anything that comes after your domain name slash shake and bake.html, name it, it's going to match that URL. So it's going to match that source. So once it has gotten that source, it's going to point it to this destination, which is slash API. So this API over here, it's basically this folder that has the index.js. You understand? So it points wherever request URL, and then takes it to this folder which contains our index.js. And you know what is contained inside our index.js. It's simply importing our app and then exporting our app, which happens to be our entry file. So that's basically what happens here. So I'm going to take this off, and that's pretty much that. So next thing we're going to have to do is I didn't include that in the readme, but next thing we're going to have to do is to host a file on GitHub. So I've already hosted this file on GitHub. So if you want to see, be sure of that, you can check it out. It's already my GitHub. So this is the file, and this is the readme, as you can see. So back to Vercel. Sorry about that. Back to VS Code. So next thing we're going to have to do is that we're going to have to link the project which we want to host on GitHub. So the project I want to host now happens to be this repository. So I'm going to have to link it to Vercel and then host it there on Vercel. So let's get to that. So this is my Vercel dashboard. So if you don't have a Vercel account, ensure you do create one, because you're going to need that to host your repositories or host your projects. So as you can see, these are some projects that I've hosted in the past. So once you have been able to create a Vercel account, you come over here, you take it here automatically. You come over here and then you click on add new. So click on projects. So it takes you here. So this is where you get to import your Git repository. If you don't see your Git repository here, it means that that Git repository is private, and what you have to do is that once it's private, once some repositories are not visible here, you're going to see an option around there that that will prompt you to grant Vercel access to those private repositories. So since I've already granted them access to my repositories, to my private repositories in the past, I don't happen to see or have that option around here. So now I'm going to import the Vercel hosting repository. So I'm doing that now. So it takes us to this page. So this page is where we configure our project. So I'm going to leave our project name as this Vercel hosting. Then the framework presets, our framework is Node.js, but apparently the framework we use is not listed here. So we're going to have to leave the framework preset as order. Then root directory, we're going to leave it as this because it's correct. Then build and output settings, the only build command we make use of, or the only output settings command, which is the install command we made use of here, is the npm install. So that's what is only going to run in this section. Now environment variables, so we're going to have to insert our environment variables here. So I go to env file and I copy the, we don't need to insert this port variable because of the hosting platform is going to automatically assign a port for our project. So all we are going to have to take is just this one. So I'm going to copy it, then go back to the Vercel configuration. So I'm going to paste it here. So this is it. So now we deploy. So it seems like our app has been deployed on Vercel successfully. All right, so it has been deployed successfully, obviously. So we go to the dashboard so that we can assess the live deployments of our app. So once we are there, they're going to show us the URLs we can use to access our app. So this is one, this is one. So let's simply make use of this one. So I click on it, then it takes us there. So this is the stuff. So as you can see, this is our environmental variable dev. So I click on go to about page, it takes me to our about page, and then I click on go to home page, it takes us to our home page. All right, I have to show you the third requirements. So the third requirement says ensure that the Node.js version chosen in the setting of the project on Vercel corresponds with the version used in developing the API locally. So let's see the version used in the settings of the project on Vercel. So I'm going to pop up my Vercel. So onto Vercel hosting. So you can check that, in the setting. So once you click on your project, it takes you here, it takes you to this tab. So you click on setting. So once you click on setting, you scroll down, ensure that it's at the general tab. So you scroll down and you search for the Node.js version. So as you can see, the Node.js version I use here is version 20. So you have an option of choosing other versions. So but the one I'm making use of here is Node.js version 20. So that's the Node.js version that I used for my project on the Vercel hosting platform. Now let's see the Node.js version that I used to develop the project locally. So as you can see here, it's actually the same version, which is version 20. So when I run node version, it gives me this result. So as you can see, this version over here corresponds with the version that I used to host my my project. So this third requirement has to be ensured. You have to ensure that this requirement is valid or is fulfilled. If not, your project would most likely not host successfully. So you have to ensure that this is done. So all these requirements are important. You have to ensure that the folder named API is present with each required content. You have to ensure correct Vercel configuration in your Vercel.json file, and you also have to ensure that your Node.js versions they both align. So that is that. I believe that's all I have to tell you about hosting on Vercel. So if you found this video informative or helpful, ensure you like the video and you subscribe. So thanks for watching. See you in another video.